We're going to talk about something today. We talk about our parents being narcissists, but let's look at truly what we expected from our parents. What is, or should I say, how should a parent behave? What was our expectations? Were they realistic? We were meant to make ourselves feel crazy for expecting anything out, positive out of them. So I've thought about this for many years. I didn't expect a whole lot from my parents, but they couldn't even give me just a little bit. I do expect them not to attack me, not to undermine me, belittle me, that sort of thing. But I look back on my accomplishments. I never heard a, I'm proud of you, good going, I want good for you. This is what I realized. No matter what they say, their actions tell all. I have two parents that actually wanted bad things, not only for me, but I believe from their first four children. My mother had four with my father. She remarried a codependent, had one child. I've got a stepsister. Of course, the other child she had with the codependent is the golden child. He can do no wrong. Paid for his master's degree. The whole works. Flew around the world on my stepfather's Delta passes. Um, we didn't get that. So um, us four, none of us actually graduated college. I was in my senior year, two semesters away. I was 29 years old trying to struggle, and I just got out and got into real estate. And I don't regret it because I proved to myself what I could do. But the question is expectation. It was never, you know, matter of fact, my mother discouraged me from going to college, hindered me in every way possible. Even when I was succeeding, it was never a congratulations. So what I find interesting though is that when I actually decided to join the Army Reserves to help pay for my college and that sort of thing. So I went, joined, did 11 months MOS training after basic and all. But what was interesting at basic, because my step grandfather on my mother's side, he was retired Army. It's so funny because my mother never wanted anything to do with me, but they wanted to come to the Army graduation at the reserves in South Carolina. So I couldn't believe it that day that my mother and father were both there. Like they had been rooting me on, and I was 25 years old at the time. I was a little older, trying to get my way through college that they're not supporting me with. And it actually ticked me off that they were there because they're not there to support me, but they wanted to take all in on the fanfare. Oh, look at our son. Da, da, da. I tell you what, narcissistic parents will send your mind spiraling in different ways. But when you get clarity of it, it's the best thing you can hope for, is to understand what is really going on. So the confusion that happens with parents that want to sabotage your life, that want bad things for you, but they come across, if we say anything negative about the reality of the situation, then they make you out to be the bad person. Part of that triangulation, part of the smear campaign, on and on. It's just, it never stops. My mother was only 16 and my dad was 19, I think, when they had me. So, lucky me, my parents are still around, still attacking. I don't wish anything bad upon them at all, but I just wish the attacks would stop. And honestly, I don't think they will until they're no longer breathing. And that's really, really sad. I've given them both an open door to coming in, sitting down, and let's resolve everything. But the damage over the year just gets worse and worse. If they would have done that 20 years ago, look at all the time we wouldn't have missed. Wonder if my brother would still be alive today. It, it's just, they dwell And did I pick this family? There's no one in this family that is like me. I've always felt like the oddball, the black sheep, the scapegoat, whatever it may be, because I've tried to live in truth. They will do not want you to live in truth. That is the last thing they want you to do, because they have to pony up and be accountable if that happens. So what? So the ongoing. Whoop, 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 that was a wasp. Me and wasps don't get along. So what we worry about is, I think it goes back to wondering, if are we good enough, or where do we find our self confidence? Because there's no parent there to give that to us. There's no validation. Do you realize that most all the bad choices you make are from that childhood, the belief systems that you um, accepted during that childhood? The more I realize my belief systems of I was not, you know, some folks up on a bicycle. Um, we come to this world and we're supposed to thrive in this world. Our parents are supposed to help us, and they're the very ones setting us up, sabotaging, beating us down. I don't need Satan. I don't need the devil. I got my parents. That's so sad just to think about that. But I want you to know, whatever, you gotta start laughing to keep from crying. I've done that so much in my life. I just start making jokes out of it because it's so sad. It's so pathetic. And these people are going to go to their deaths without a resolve, without peace, harmony, and think that they won. They actually think they won because they dominated their children when in fact they lost everything that truly mattered. That's what is so sad. So hopefully that's a few words of today that will help you out. I just want you to know you have greatness. Hopefully these videos are helping you out. Let me know if there's a certain topic that you would like me to talk about. After almost 60 years, I finally got this whole narcissism thing figured out. I grew up with two narcissists, and I've got a brother and sister that behaves in that manner. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not officially diagnosing anybody, but they're crazy. How's that? I got a family of craziness. I wish you nothing but blessings from my heart to yours. Like and subscribe if you feel like I've earned it. Blessings. Bye bye.